What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, it seems that the PlayStation VR 2. Did I not say it was gonna be it was the DOA? Did I not say it's a disaster? Did I not say I told you so? I told y'all. PSVR 2, while a cute, nifty, cool little device, not mainstream. It's not mainstream enough. And then they priced it out of the market. Hot trash garbage, to be short. Anyway, it's come to my knowledge and to other people's. People are reporting on this. I don't know if it's true or not, but the expected sales of PSVR 2 by the end of March, which is in a couple of days, is 270,000 units. That's the biggest L. That's the biggest F. That's the biggest FL ever. That's way beyond failure. That's like, wow, you failed so hard, you couldn't even get 500,000. You couldn't even get okay, you got 250,000. You got past, yay, is that a milestone? I don't know. I mean, look, at this point, you know, I already knew this was gonna happen because it launched, right? Nothing, crickets. It was silent as the silentest, it was silent as space. It was so silent that the black hole sucked all the sound in, and it was more silent than that. You know those rooms that they put all the foam and stuff in it, and you could hear your heart beating and stuff? That's how silent, it was more silent than that. When Sony does good, they brag about it. When Sony does bad, they ain't got nothing to say. That little bitty mouse, choop, choop, choop. Little church mouse, quiet in the corner. I love to see it happen. I love to see it happen to a big-headed corporation like Sony. When they think they poo-poo don't smell. Well, guess what? PSVR stinks. Hot trash garbage. And everybody who has it is like, it's cool. It's a great piece of technology. That's cool. Yeah, that's great. Nobody buying it. See, there's a part of that equation, of that formula, that requires people to buy your product. That's the whole thing. You make a product, even if it's a good product. Like, say if the PSVR 2 was $199, it would be flying off the shelves. It's the price. I mean, I don't understand how Sony doesn't understand or hasn't learned from the past. They outpriced the Xbox One in that generation, and they destroyed them. Besides all the other factors, you know, that just pushed it over the edge. It was like it was no contest from the start. And now they're doing the exact opposite of all the things that they had, achieved last generation. You know, they upped the price on their console. They're using their positive momentum of console sales to up the price and to price gouge everybody. They're price gouging their fans because they can get away with it. Jeff Grubb says that a lot. They can get away with it. So they do. And it's just not a good faith move. Now, I understand it's a business, but at the same time, I want to do business with people who are just like, all they care about is the money. They don't care about, the customers. They want us to buy their stuff, but that's all. That's where the caring stops. Oh, they bought it? Okay. The refund policy sucks. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. It's a long list of stuff. Their censorship sucks. Like, yo, I'm a grown-ass man. If I want to see some anime butt crack, let's go. But, I can't see that on PlayStation. Why would I buy a PlayStation if I can't see anime butt crack? I want to see anime breasticles. Why can't I see it on PlayStation? Because they're a bunch of Puritans. The Puritan pony armies out there, and they're just defending it. Yeah, we love Sony. Sony's for the hardcore. No, they're not. Nope. Hardcore getting the money out your pocket. Hardcore, that's about it. But anyway, it's funny that this whole PSVR thing come and gone. I mean, this died faster than anything I can remember recently. Like, what else do you remember? Not games. Now, games this is a peripheral. This is hardware. This is a lot of money. This is way more money than a game. What died faster? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, even the first PSVR did better. Of course it did. And there was a sign, right? The sign was they cut the production, they cut the, I don't know, inventory numbers, whereas they were gonna make the same 2 million units, but they weren't gonna ship that many. So they admitted that they were going to limit inventory to try to cause some type of false scarcity, but it didn't work because nobody wants it. So there is no false scarcity. There's plenty of them because nobody wants it because you priced it too high. Sorry, if you're priced higher than the Quest, which is it's a all-in-one unit. See, people, look, Sony, let me talk to you, sister. Come here. The people you're trying to sell these things to are not the people you think. They're not the people who are on Twitter cheerleading. They're not the donkey unicorns. They're not the ponies. They're grandma and grandpa that bought a Wii and said, I don't like that no more. That's for kids. I want something grown up now. That's who you're selling to. You're selling to casuals. You're selling to the masses. Over $550 is not the mass. $600 to have an experience of VR is not the masses. And you have seemed to forgot. You have forgotten for spoken whatever, before something you did, because you're not doing it right. I mean, look, I don't want to tell you how to run your business, but I'm gonna tell you as a consumer, you ain't running your business right, obviously, because you're catering to the ponies and the donkey unicorns who will buy your stuff regardless. That's not who you want to sell to. You want to sell to the people who are like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's go. You know, besides the fact that you don't have really any games for that thing. I mean, that's a whole nother can of worms and stuff. But I mean, look, I know that you have to price these things in order to make the books on your end, I don't know, seem favorable or to satisfy your shareholders and stuff. But if you want to sell units, you know what you got to do. And so now they're talking about there might have to be a price cut of the PSVR. It just came out last month, and they talking about a price cut already. You know it's a big failure. You know that's a giant L. Come on, son. No denying it. Sony has failed again. And this is the failing generation for Sony. See, what's happened and what is happening, and you will continue to see this happen, is they rode the wave off the PS4, right? Right? The wave's starting to crash. The crest is over, the wave is starting to crash. They're still riding that momentum. You know, when a wave crests and crashes as you on the board, yeah, it'll take you in a little bit. That's what they're doing. They're riding the wave. And soon, that initial force, that momentum will die down. It's starting to die down now, as you can tell. With the seal of this deal, this Activision Blizzard deal, I mean, that's another speed bump, roadblock, whatever you want to call it, for Sony. So here's the thing, if Sony can't get their stuff together as far as their games to service stuff or their first party exclusives, because we don't even know what the state of third party exclusives are going to be. We don't even know if they're going to exist anymore because of Sony's shenanigans. So if you want to blame something on Sony, you want to blame the lack of exclusives on the PlayStation, you can be like, thank you, Sony, because you messed it up for everybody. I don't think anybody's going to be able to buy those anymore. Not like the way that Sony was doing, outright buying it for the, like back in the day when it was 360 and PlayStation 3, what was happening was they would do exclusive content per system, right? So like Soul Calibur, for instance. Darth Vader was on PlayStation, Yoda was on Xbox, and Link, I think, was on the GameCube or whatever the Nintendo system was at the time. And that was cool. That's like, yeah, I play Yoda. I play, you know, and if it was cross-play, that was even better. You'd be like, Yoda versus Darth Vader, let's go. That'd be dope, right? I am totally fine with that. Give me exclusive characters, exclusive skins. Give me if you're a PlayStation fan, give me a Kratos skin or something on whatever game, as long as everybody else can play. As long as there's no exclusive levels or weapons or anything that affects the fundamental gameplay. Only cosmetics. Honestly, cosmetics is a large part of this games as a service model. Look at Fortnite. They putting in skins, we got all these characters. You buy the battle pass, you do the battle pass, you get the characters, you can buy the characters. That doesn't affect gameplay, that's just all cosmetic. So why don't they go back to that? That's something that could be really cool, and it will satiate the fan base of whatever console that you lean on, and nobody misses out on anything. And the industry is healthy, it keeps growing. It doesn't get stilted by one corporation's actions. Sony, that's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, something like that would be cool. I don't know, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Did you think the PSVR 2 would fail so fast, so hard? It's funny to me, I'm sorry. Business is business, but... and the exclusive thing, do you think they should go back to the only having exclusive kind of exclusive just skins and stuff like that? Not stuff that doesn't affect the gameplay or the progression of your character or anything like that. Just cosmetic stuff. Let me know in the comments if that's cool. And I appreciate y'all. I'm still working on a song. Don't worry about it. Hi. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Till the wait.